what Iran has to offer.
How does the exploration department of the NIOC see the future of exploration in the Persian Gulf, for instance? Could you explain a little bit about your thoughts in this direction?
As you know, in the Persian Gulf, we have many prospects that we need to have a new seismic survey to have a better picture and make it clear and also find answers for the question that we have on the prospects. Based on this proposal, we have discussed with NOREX group, that's now is GGS, and we could finalize a big seismic survey in the Persian Gulf and Oman Sea. As you know, this is the big project in the Persian Gulf, as I know, because it's the size of this seismic survey is more than 120,000 line kilometer of seismic. Also, it's important for us because this is the first time that we cover the Oman Sea, because before that we have not any seismic survey in the Oman Sea. And also after Islamic Revolution, this is the first time that we are going to cover the transition zone, because the transition zone is not a very easy place to work. And also in this contract we have also planned to cover all of the Iranian islands in the Persian Gulf. And now more than 92% of the project has carried out, and we are very happy with the result, because based on the first interpretation that we have, there is a very good prospects. And we hope after the completion of this seismic survey, we could have a chance to go for more discovery in the Persian Gulf and Oman Sea. You know, for exploration in the offshore is the basis of the seismic survey, because without seismic is no other way to go to discover oil and gas. But the GGS is going to help us just for this phase, because this is the seismic survey, and for discovery we need to go to open some part of the Persian Gulf and Oman Sea for license, and invite the petroleum oil companies to come to invest and join with us to do some exploration works. You know, by the experience that we have, we prefer at first to have a very good picture of the prospects. It means after the completion of the seismic survey data acquisition, we are going to have the interpretation. And based on the interpretation, we are going to define some new blocks for the exploration. For also receiving the different ideas, we have some agreement with different companies for joint study for some part of the Persian Gulf and Oman Sea. For example, we have an agreement with Statoil, it's a Norwegian company, for a joint study in the Strait of Hormuz and Oman Sea close to the Pakistan border. And it's on processing now. And also we have another contract with Repsol, it's a Spanish company, for another part for the Persian Gulf. And also we have another contract with Edison Gas, it's an Italian company. And also some part of the Persian Gulf is going to study in future. And we hope after a few months, 6-8 months, we could receive the result of this joint study, and based on that, we are going to open some blocks for exploration. Yeah, I am very happy because this project is covered the whole part, because we had some seismic survey in some time ago. We have carried out some projects, seismic projects, but as you know, it was very small part, by a small part, and it was very difficult for us to have the interpretation for the whole part of the Persian Gulf. And this is the reason that we wanted to have with a very comprehensive parameter for data acquisition. You know, during the 4 past years, we had a very good achievement in the exploration side. For example, in 4 years ago, we have discovered at least 50 billion barrel oil in place. It's too much. And also we have discovered around 42 TCF gas in place reserve. It means there are many potential in Iran. It means we should have a better planning to cover the whole part and the whole basins in Iran, and also to cover some part that we couldn't discover in the past. And also in the Persian Gulf, as you know, we have discovered 2 fields before last year. And now, based on the preliminary interpretation of the seismic survey, we have found many prospects, not only structure prospects. There is some other stratigraphic traps and also some structural stratigraphic traps. And we hope in future we have many jobs and many works in the Persian Gulf.
But with all this oil and gas and lots of energy, the area, the Iran and the area is getting more and more important for supplying the rest of the world.
You are right, because at least the more than many energy demands are supporting from the Middle East and also in the Persian Gulf. And we think not only in the offshore, in the Persian Gulf, we have some more prospects in the other part of Iran, and just we are planning to do and to cover the whole part of Iran in different basins, in central basins, in Kopedagh basin, and in also Mogan basins. And also we have invited from different oil companies, and just now we have 4 exploration contracts, and also at least more than 6 or 7 joint study agreements.
I think the PC 2000 project is finished in some weeks. I don't know. Would you have more work for these people up in Norway?
You know, the GGS also has some other contracts for 3D survey in the Persian Gulf with different companies. But with an NIOC exploration, after the completion of the 2D PC 2000 seismic survey, we prefer to at first to go to process and interpret the data, and then we are going to make a decision.